Do you go to the car wash to take a shower? Are you that big? I mean, are you that heavy? Do you bend over and tie your shoes and you have to come up and get oxygen? Yeah. If you do, you need to come down to the Wanio store because for $99.99 you can get a whole new body. Yes, that's $99.99, a whole new body. I mean, I suffered with those same things, and now look at me. Okay, don't look that close. Just had to do something to startle you and to wake you up, because we're going to talk a little bit about non-scale victories. My daughter actually came up with that, and because she's having some herself. She's doing really good, and I'm going to put her in on the website and the Facebook and everything later. This month or in the next month, she's having some victories, and with the Wanio diet, it's been easy for her. And she does a lot of intermittent. She was doing that kind of before she started the Wanio part of it, but she's doing really good. I'm real proud of her. So we talk every day, and she's telling me, she's my oldest daughter, and she's telling me that about her non-scale victories, and so that's what we're going to talk a little bit about. So my little car dealer ad there, I'd like to do something, just kind of shake it up, make it a little fun, and I thought it could be more than that, but hey, it is what it is. So we're going to talk a little bit about non-scale victories, and what that is tying your shoes. That's a great example right there. When I was at my top weight, that was hard to do. I mean, a lot of you people are going to relate to what I'm talking about. I've kind of went around that, trying to be nice, but you know what? It is what it is. And we have to face that. If we don't face it, we can't overcome it. We can't change it. So we have to face the fact that, hey, we're overweight. I'm still overweight. I've came a long way. I've done really good. Reversed my diabetes. We went over this every time. I'll continue to go over it. My GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, is gone after over 20 years of taking Prilosec for that. So it's all about the stuff you put in here. Remember, we talked about that. This tells you what to put in here. So we have to change both of those, and that's what the Wanio diet does. Again, no big secret. It makes it easy for you. So let's talk about perception. What you perceive is really what you are. So you perceive that you're not really heavy because you've become, in previous videos, I've talked about complacent. You've accepted it. This is just the way I am. I've tried every diet out there and all those that take you down this path, and if you go off, you're done. You're no longer on a diet, right? So we've all done that. But your perception needs to change. Your perception needs to be, yeah, I'm overweight. I mean, it's there. Tying your shoes, coming up and getting oxygen, yep, that's one it'll tell you. Taking a shower, I got to tell you, I got less body to clean, and it doesn't take as long. And hey, when I bend over and wash my feet and all those fun things, you're there, you've been there, I've been there. It's easier. So my daughter's telling me that, hey, Dad, things are easy. I just noticed when I got home from work, I was taking off my shoes, and I wasn't coming up for oxygen anymore, right? Because I can't breathe. You got this big belly here, and it's pushing down on your lungs and everything, and so it's cutting your air short, and we live with those things. So your perception is that that's just who you are, and you need to perceive that you can be something else, because you can. So you got to make the decision. I'll say that every time, and I'll continue to say that, but it's not a big decision. All this is just change what you're going to eat. So if you're overweight, a lot of you are. I'm still overweight. I've got a little ways to go here, but I'm on the right path. And I'm doing it what I believe is the right way, because I'm eating fruit, vegetables, still eat meat, had bacon and eggs this morning, love bacon and eggs, but I got off of the processed foods. And that's the easy start. Just determine right here, you're not going to put processed foods, sugar, flour, breads, all those things. There's alternatives. If you're on my Facebook or you're on my website, you see I make gravy and biscuits with cassava flour. So it can be done. It just takes a little effort off of what you're used to, but the convenient food that you've been putting in here is killing you everywhere else, in my opinion. It was me. I will say that. I was dying a slow, if not a fast death, because I was eating that stuff and blowing me up like a balloon. And again, when you start doing those things, I kid about taking a shower at the car wash because it's, you could spray yourself off or somebody else can spray you off like an elephant, right? But it's kind of true. I mean, so when you're in that shower, and in my master bath, I've got a pretty small shower, so I take up a lot of room in there. But I'm taking up less room these days later, 35 to 40 pounds off. So it's the perception. Just perceive that things can be different. Have that perception. Don't just accept, or don't let your perception be, oh, that's just the way I am. Gosh, I've had all the diets. I can't do it. I'm going to be this way the rest of my life. Change the way you eat the rest of your life. I'm going to eat this way the rest of my life because now I've overcome the cravings. I know when I look at the old stuff I used to eat, it was killing me. Diabetes was horrible. I was having readings in the 360s. That was my fasting readings in the morning, for those of you who know about the diabetes. So heartburn all the time, except when I took that magical pill. But I don't want to take pills. I want to eat food. And again, you go to my Facebook and you'll see I eat a lot of food. And I'm proud of that because it makes me feel good. The thing is, though, I'm getting so much nutrients and things, and I've said this before, that I can go hours. I can eat late at night and eat a lot of fruit, which I do a lot. And the next morning, I'm still so full with the fiber and the nutrition I get from these foods. And so guess what? I don't eat sometimes till 2 o'clock. I believe you should only eat when you're hungry. Don't eat because it's breakfast time. And I love breakfast, favorite meal, bacon and eggs, still love that, right? I don't eat at lunchtime because it's lunchtime. I don't eat, I don't eat dinner because it's dinner time. Sometimes I don't eat dinner. Then I'll still just have the fruit, right? Because fruits, I say all the time, fruit saved my life, I believe, because it helped me overcome the sugar craving. So it's easy to start this. And again, I just call it Wanio diet because I had to call it something. You can call it, put your name in front of it and make it your own diet. Okay, so it's easy to start. The first step in this diet, and I think in any diet, if you're going to do it, is to make the decision to do it. You don't want to live that way. You're not complacent. You don't want to go to the car wash to take a shower, right? You don't want to have to take oxygen after tying your shoes. Stop it. Stop it. You can do it. I don't care how big you are. I don't care. And this is really, I focus a lot on the diabetes, but I'm really focusing on the weight thing. My daughter just brought that back to my attention, and I told her that's what this video is going to be about. When I was at my high weight, I realize now, and didn't realize it then because it's all spread all over your body. But take 35 pounds, that's 7 bags of sugar. Carry that around for a while. See how that feels. See how long you can carry that around. But because it's spread all over our body, we don't kind of realize it. It's just part of our nature and part of who we are. So go back to the step one, make the decision. That's it. I'm not letting food control my life anymore. I'm going to control what goes in here. I've got to change it here, put it in there, and then I'll feel better. And I'll lose weight naturally. Again, my decision was after all these diets and failing, having short-term success in some, my thought was, you know what? I don't care if I'm going to be fat the rest of my life. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to eat healthy. And that decision has changed my life. Okay, got a ways to go. I'm with you guys. We're on this journey together. Let's go do it. You just stop. Don't be blown up all your life and feeling tired of being tired. I call it tired of being tired, right? Got to shut the phone off. This is not a professional thing, right? So this is what I think. I mean, and again, I'm living it. So I'm not a doctor, not a psychologist, not a nutritionist, although I'm looking into some of that to just educate myself because I have done a lot of self-education. If you're a reader, there's tons of books out there. I told you about them in the last video. The obesity code, the diabetes code kind of unlocks the secret, if you will, of what's causing us to be fat. I agree with most of that's on there. And again, the only reason I'm not an expert, but I'm just living it and I'm doing it. That makes a difference, right? I'm just a guy. I got 6 kids, 5 grandkids. Keeps you busy, right? And love them all. They're my life. So, okay, so you got to make the decision to start. Now, the easy way with the Wanio diet, and again, put your name in front of it. I don't care because it becomes yours. You're going to personalize it. The easy way is to cut the processed foods. Stop eating sugar. Just stop it. You don't have to have it. If you replace it with fruit like I did, that was just my secret. You may come up with something else. Okay, so it makes it easy. You cross that bridge. You're not like, oh my gosh, I want this. I told you, I go to birthday parties. My parents have them for everybody, and there's always these big cakes. I remember how good they taste. That's great. Don't crave them no more, though. I don't have to have that. Give me a navel orange. Give me an apple. Give me a banana. I guarantee you, those of you that are out there that want to lose weight and get into a healthy situation, there's fruits, vegetables, and clean-cut meats. When I say that, it's not processed stuff. You can't get a breaded piece of chicken from any restaurant or from the frozen food section. It needs to be clean-cut meat, chicken breast, fish, steak. Hamburger's okay. It's processed minimally. Just make sure that's all it is, 100% ground beef. Because Wendy's makes 100% ground beef hamburgers, right? Skip the bun, eat the salad stuff, eat a triple. You're going to have a little processed cheese in there. We don't like that word processed, but okay. Don't think you have to do everything 100% all the time. But figure out your diet. So number one, make the decision. That's it. I'm not letting food control my life anymore. Okay. Number two, make a list of healthy foods. Number two, cut processed foods. Sugar, flour, breads, buns. Think about it. Buns don't even have that much flavor. Honestly, it holds a sandwich together. It holds a burger together. There's not much taste there. I mean, really. You tell me I'm wrong. Okay, you might be able to buy it with some toasted onions on top or something. I don't know. But for the most part, there's no taste. It's just a filler, right? And it turns to sugar in your body, the bad sugar, and it goes through fast, and there's no nutrients hardly at all in there. So you're eating that and killing yourself, or I was killing myself. I can't say that about you. Got to have that disclaimer in there, right? So make the decision, cut processed foods, okay? Sugar, flour, breads. You know what's bad for you. You all know that. I tell you what, everybody knows, right? This is not the keto diet. We don't go all the way to that side. Although I'm sure it works for a lot of people. It's not the whole foods diet. It's not a vegan diet and all that. This is a blend of some of those. They all have good points in them. But this made it easy for a guy who had terrible discipline, still do, with food. I just keep the right ones around, and that's what I eat. So let me go back again. Make the decision. That's number one. Number two is cut processed sugars, processed foods, period. If you read the ingredients on something and it's got all these long lists, I've talked about them, and look on my Facebook, you'll see them. There's a lot of them on there. I don't care if it's just little cakes. It could be macaroni and cheese box. It could be frozen food stuff that they put a ton of stuff in. So any of those things, cut them out. You don't need them. Just determine you're going to eat healthy. And then healthy is whole foods. Whole foods like clean meats, we talked about it. Chicken breast, make sure there's not a bunch of crap added in there. Steak's great. Fish, I had fish twice last week. I eat taco salad, I love that. But my taco salad is with my special seasoning that doesn't have all the other ingredients in there. The anti-caking, look at the package of your taco seasoning. Anti-caking, all the extra sodium and all that. And it's really, really good. I make my food taste really good. I spice everything. Look at my Facebook and the website, and you'll see I use a ton of spices, right? Because it tastes good. Now I don't crave all those other things. I can go right by them, So okay, number two, cut processed foods, and that's the sugar, flour, starch. I'm reading off my big notes I have to write here just so I can keep track of it. And I still get sidelined, but you guys know me by now, right? Okay, so replace those things with healthy foods. So all you do is make a list. You write all the time, type it into a spreadsheet. I don't care what you do. Put it somewhere. Make a list of all the fruits and vegetables that you like. I don't like Brussels sprouts. They're really good for you. I'm okay with asparagus. I don't necessarily buy it and cook it, but if I'm out somewhere eating, I'll eat them, because you can make them taste really good. And they're not bad. But I don't like peas, okay? My mom tried to get me to eat them since I was a little kid because, again, they're good for you, right? Make the list of the fruits and vegetables that you like. The meats are pretty given. You like, if you like pork, you like pork. If you like those kind of things. Again, just make sure they're not processed. Spice the heck out of them, right? Don't put a bunch of barbecue sauce on there. Make your own. You can make it out of honey and tomato marinara sauce, those kind of things. I'm going to be cooking real soon. I'm going to have some cooking videos on there, and I think one of the first ones I'm going to make is going to be a meatloaf, but a healthy meatloaf with not the bread thrown in or the crackers. See, I get sidetracked real easy, right? Kind of makes it fun though, because it's just me. Okay, so replace it. Make that list. I guarantee you, I don't care who you are, and you can say, I don't like fruit. Yeah, you do. You like some. I guarantee it. You like maybe apples, pears, pineapples, strawberries. Just go down the list. All those things are great for you. There's your fruits. I can do fruits real easy. Vegetables, I love broccoli. And then I'll stir fry them with mushrooms. You'll see I put mushrooms and onions and about everything. Do that. Stir fry them with some olive oil. Use healthy oils. Olive oil is a healthy oil. It's been proven and proven and proven, right? So that's what you need to do. That's step 3. Make the list of what you like. That becomes your diet. Mine's called the Wainio diet. Yours could be the Jack diet or the Jill diet. Whatever it is, make your own diet. Once you make that list, then you determine that's what I'm eating, right? And you'll find some more. There's no way you're going to think of all of them. There's all kinds of stuff out there I forget about all the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can eat shrimp. So I'm going to eat some shrimp stir fry, right? So make the list. That's your new diet. That's simple. And you would not believe getting rid of the processed foods. And when you eat out, you can still eat out, and you can eat other things too. I ate out the other night, and I don't eat many beans. I love beans, but some things I read about them, I just kind of feel like it doesn't work for me right now. But I did. I was at my son's college orientation, and they fed us there. And I swear, here's another thing that you all know. The lines to the deep fried stuff were huge. Okay? And we live in the second highest obesity state in the country, and this will tell you where I live actually, and the number 1 diabetic per capita state and state in the country, right? So here's the people going to these lines, and some of them weren't small, and again, that was me at one time. Eating the pizza line was huge. The pizza's not that bad except the crust, right? Because again, it turns to sugar. Then you got the fried food lines, long line, right? Over here you had something else I can't remember. Maybe it was chicken or whatever it was. All fried foods. So these lines were huge. I walk up, man, there's this guy beside me there, and I walk up to this one, and this guy's throwing up these plates of pinto beans, collard greens. God, they were good. Collard greens, and what was the other thing on there? Let's see. Oh, it was a barbecue sandwich, right? Well, I know there's probably sugar in that barbecue sauce, but I did take the buns off, and I ate the barbecue, and I also put some coleslaw on the side. So it was delicious. Again, not 100%, but I'm 99 something or 97, whatever, and it works. It works because you're in control here, and then what goes in here, right? You can do it. So I did it. And no matter where I'm at, I'm going to find a meal. Or by golly, if all they have is fried stuff and all this, I won't eat. I'll just wait and eat later. Or I'll grab a fruit. By the way, I did have some fruit. They did have some fruit there. Point is, the line I went in, nobody there hardly. Just me and some guy. Then I go get my fruit. Nobody there. I just walk up and get my fruit. And they had it kind of cut up, and it was okay. But it wasn't, I like to peel it. If it's an orange or a grapefruit, I like to slice it. I'm going to show you how I do that too sometime, because I got my new video thing, so I'm going to be doing these cooking videos and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll enjoy those. Okay, so replace the old stuff with the new list that you made. That's how this works. And then just eat it. I've done this 35 to 40 pounds. I fluctuate back and forth. I told you I weigh myself all the time because I'm learning how my body reacts to food, right? So make your list, eat that way. Give it 2 weeks with the fruit replacing the sugar. You'll be surprised. You won't be thinking about donuts. Great stuff, I get it, tastes good. Is it worth your health? No. Is cake worth your health? Is all this processed food worth your health? Is fast food stuff with high salt, high sugar, is it worth your health? No. You have to make that decision, though. You out there. Let me see how I can do this camera here. You have to make that decision. Don't let food control your life anymore. I can't believe I didn't do this 30 years ago, but I didn't. I'm 59 now, and now I'm doing it. So, just to wrap it up, replace the old stuff with the healthy stuff. You will not believe the difference. Add exercise when you can, though. I mean, that is something important. I know that. I'm working on that. I got a bum knee. I'm trying to overcome that. Still got to work, so I got to walk, right? Okay, so make your list. And what I'll leave you with is decision time. We talked about, we made fun. I can do it because I was the guy. I'm still overweight. I've got a ways to go. I think I missed the obese line now. I think I'm a little bit below that. I'll have to check that out. I don't know. I feel tons better, right? So you can make the choice. You just have to do it. And it's not a big, don't make it a big choice. Just say, okay, I'm not going to eat that crap anymore. Okay, here's the grocery list. Here's my fruit. Yeah, I like all this. Let's have this on hand. And that way when I want something, if you get any tins that you're hungry or you have a craving, just eat an orange. Eat an apple. Eat a pear. Eat some strawberries. Eat some blueberries. Eat some Everybody loves fruit, right? You might not like it all. A lot of people don't like grapefruits. I love grapefruits. I eat a whole one. And they're big, right? I eat a whole one every day. It's decision time. Don't be complacent. Don't stay big. Don't stay overweight. Do something about it. Now, that's not hard. Don't make it hard. Don't say, oh gosh, I got to go like this. That's not what this diet is. This diet, you can go a little bit here and there, but you keep focused. You keep focused. So, until next time, again, make that decision. Let's move forward. Communicate with me. Email is on my website. Facebook. You can private message me. You can put a post on there. I don't care. I like to hear from everybody. And let's get going. My daughter, I'm going to add her in. She lives in another state. She's about 1,000 miles from me. And she's doing great. We talk every day. And she had a lot of struggles. She was like me, stressful eater, like probably a lot of you are. Emotional eater, I call it. Sad, I eat. Happy, I eat. All these different emotions. I wanted to eat, right? I don't have that situation now because I feel full. I've got healthy nutrients and fiber in me. Till next time. Thanks.